China possesses enchanting palaces so extraordinary that they look as if they have stepped out of legend. From golden-tiled roofs, glowing amid seas of clouds, to enormous complexes clinging to high mountain slopes, everything makes you question whether it is real. Endless corridors, colossal gates, and exquisitely carved details create a sense of awe from the very first glance. Within that space, people become small before its majesty and unimaginable scale. Welcome to Unreal China, palaces that don't seem real. Join us as we explore palaces so beautiful you can hardly believe they exist. The Forbidden City is the largest surviving royal palace in the world and served as the political and ceremonial center of China's imperial court for over 500 years. Situated along the central axis of the ancient capital, it contains more than 8,700 rooms with red walls and golden roofs symmetrically arranged across expansive stone courtyards to reflect absolute power and cosmic order. What makes it extraordinary is its massive wooden structure, assembled entirely without the use of a single metal nail, a construction technique still regarded as a marvel. Every decorative element carries symbolic meaning, from dragons and phoenixes to guardian beasts perched on the rooftops, forming a unique royal iconography. Many legends tell of secret underground tunnels buried deep below, once used for confidential imperial movements. Passing through the Meridian Gate and walking further inside, visitors feel drawn into a separate world where every sound softens, and even the stone pavements seem to hold centuries of memory. Visiting the Forbidden City is not just a tour, it is a journey into the depths of history, power, and surreal architecture. The Pavilion of Prince Teng stands out for its fusion of literary symbolism and layered architectural design, forming a space that carries both memory and structural mastery. Originally built in the 7th century and reconstructed many times across dynasties, the current structure rises 9 stories and over 160 feet, positioned on elevated ground facing a major river. Its complex wooden framework, glazed green tiles, upturned eaves, intricate carvings, and continuous corridors form a dense yet harmonious composition. The vertical axis and perfect symmetry convey a solemn atmosphere suitable for hosting scholars, poets, and officials of the court. The top floor offers panoramic views of the river and surrounding city, placing visitors in direct contact with both historical memory and present reality. The pavilion of Prince Teng represents an unbroken connection between culture, architecture, and symbolic authority spanning over a millennium. Taiyuan Ancient City is a large-scale reconstructed canal town modeled after its original form from the Ming and Qing dynasties and linked to one of the most decisive battles in modern China's resistance history. Covering about 0.4 square miles, it features hundreds of stone-paved streets, wooden houses, temples, stone bridges, and a dense network of canals, forming a rare land and water transport grid. The project was restored using old maps and architectural records, combining modern techniques while preserving traditional structure, proportions, and materials. Archaeological excavations revealed wartime shelters, collapsed walls, infantry weapons, and artifacts from the anti-Japanese war, turning the site into an open-air living museum. A local legend says that on foggy moonlit nights, footsteps can be heard on the stone bridges, even when no one is present, believed to be echoes of fallen soldiers. This dual identity gives the site depth, but also limits its mainstream appeal. The Summer Palace is the largest existing royal garden, known for its exemplary feng shui layout and use as a summer retreat by the Imperial family for centuries. Its unique charm lies in the perfect harmony between still waters and an artificially shaped hill, creating a landscape that is both majestic and poetic. The central lake was entirely hand-dug, while the hill behind was formed from the excavated earth, demonstrating exceptional planning and spatial philosophy. Structures are arranged so that from any direction, visitors encounter a new, painting-like scene, as if walking through a living scroll. Long corridors, small pavilions, and stone bridges blend with sky and water, making the entire area feel surreal, like a royal dreamland. A visit to the Summer Palace is more than admiring old architecture. It is stepping into a space filled with the distant memories of imperial life. A single Buddha statue, carved from a whole sandalwood tree and standing over 60 feet tall, gives Lama Temple its deep aura of sacred mystery. This is not just a temple, but a religious center planned using ancient astronomy, aligning its main axis with the North Star to represent cosmic connection. Its architecture is meticulously organized. Hallways, golden roofs, railings, and deep foundations all carry symbolic meaning and spiritual resonance. Inside the prayer halls, chanting echoes through thick incense smoke, creating an energy field that draws the mind into unseen currents. Lama Temple is a sacred structure grounded in the present, yet it radiates a sense of origin far removed from this world. The Palace Museum is the largest surviving palace complex in the world, once serving as the highest seat of power for over 500 years under two imperial dynasties. Covering more than 180 acres, the compound includes over 18,700 rooms and nearly 100 major buildings, arranged along a strict central axis, symbolizing cosmic order and absolute authority. Its structure is a masterpiece of traditional construction, using timber pillars, glazed tile roofs, marble foundations, and symbolic carvings, all built without metal nails. Folklore still speaks of shadowed corridors without people, appearing at dawn in winter, believed to be residual echoes of palace maids who once lived and died here. Although globally famous, many visitors don't fully grasp the Palace Museum's complexity. They stop at its architecture without understanding its deeper cultural and institutional layers. This gap between visibility and comprehension keeps much of its richness hidden in plain sight. The Temple of Heaven Park overwhelms with its scale, over 670 acres, yet every spatial element is arranged with near-perfect precision. The most astonishing feature is the central altar, where a whisper spoken at the exact center echoes back clearly, even in total silence, something modern engineering still struggles to replicate. Another structure allows voices to travel over 200 feet with full clarity, but only when aligned perfectly along its design axis. Beneath the stone-paved grounds lie hidden ceremonial paths, uncovered through stratigraphic surveys and ancient ritual texts. Legend holds that on windless, clear nights, faint echoes of ancient prayers rise through the stones and fill the air. Despite its location in a modern city, most visitors mistake it for a landscaped park, unaware that they are stepping into a space designed to communicate with heaven through sound, geometry, and ritual. The old summer palace overwhelms the senses with its daring fusion of Eastern landscaping artistry and Western-influenced architectural design, forming an imperial realm beyond imagination. Spread across an expansive area, the site once included viewing towers, lakes, leisure halls, water pavilions, and mirrored pathways that followed the surface of the water. Several sections featured domed ceilings, twin staircases, fountains, and intricately carved stone columns, elements rarely found in traditional palatial systems of the East. The entire layout was crafted so that no two views repeated. Each turn in the path revealed a completely new setting. Though now largely reduced to ruins, the remaining foundations, drainage systems, and stone steps still reflect remarkable spatial precision and design complexity. A legend persists that on nights shrouded in mist, a faint, golden light rises from the ground, casting the fleeting outlines of long-lost towers, as if the palace's memory refuses to fade. The old summer palace is more than a historical relic. It is the embodiment of a vision that transcended architectural norms, seeking to manifest power, beauty, and sovereign imagination in physical form. Yueyang Tower is one of the oldest surviving watchtowers in China, known for its unique lakeside placement and its blend of classical literature with traditional wooden construction. The current tower stands about 70 feet tall, with 3 stacked, curved roof tiers and a full wooden frame made from Chinese cedar, built without iron nails and restored according to the original design from the Jin dynasty. Its rooftop features a mythical phoenix head shape, an architectural symbol of divine presence not found in other towers of its time. Archaeological findings at the base revealed its use as a military lookout and ceremonial site across dynasties, with stone steles carved with edicts, poems, and historic proclamations. Local legend says that during heavy rains, the upper floor echoes with sounds resembling ancient readings believed to be the lingering spirit of past scholars. Though referenced in many famous literary works, Yueyang Tower remains relatively unknown to international visitors, partly because its wooden structure lacks the imposing look of stone monuments. Its deep cultural meaning also requires background knowledge, making it harder for general audiences to fully grasp its significance. The Ming tombs form an imperial burial complex shaped by strict geomantic rules and ceremonial structure, located within an enclosed landscape framed by mountains and intersected by hidden water veins. The site includes ancestral halls, sacrificial courtyards, stone corridors, and underground tomb chambers aligned along a central axis that points directly north, expressing the unity of fate, heaven, and sovereign rule. Construction materials include greenstone, glazed tiles, ancient timber, and fired brick, with many elements carved by hand according to classical numerical codes. The main entrance is marked by a spirit path lined with carved statues of guardians and sacred beasts, guiding visitors into a space governed by silence and solemnity. Several primary tombs remain sealed below ground, revealing no surface structures and preserving a layer of secrecy within the earth. Folklore tells that in late autumn, faint drum-like sounds can sometimes be heard beneath the stone paths at dawn, said to be a lingering presence of sacred vigilance. The Ming tombs are not merely resting places, but physical codifications of imperial ideology embedded in architectural permanence and ritualized terrain. Prince Gong's mansion is the largest preserved aristocratic residence, clearly reflecting the power structure and residential model of noble ranks in the feudal era. The complex follows a main auxiliary axis layout, with ancestral halls, reception rooms, courtyards, and gardens arranged in layered zones that reveal social hierarchy and controlled circulation. Architecture uses traditional materials such as ironwood, glazed tiles, carved stone, and lacquer, while maintaining symmetry in the ground plan. Main halls centered, secondary buildings evenly placed on both sides. Perimeter walls, overhanging roofs, stair platforms, and linking corridors are designed to segment visual access across functional areas without breaking circulation flow. Residential, administrative, and ceremonial zones are all preserved with their original functions, with no conversion to serve modern utilities. Space management applies limited access protocols, reinforcing a sense of spatial hierarchy and authority through every movement within the grounds. Prince Gong's mansion is not merely an old estate. It is physical evidence of a closed social structure with strict spatial control over every living unit. One unmissable highlight of the Potala Palace is how the entire structure stretches across the Red Hill, with thousands of rooms, corridors, and chapels stacked along the slope, forming a massive yet coherent architectural complex. Standing at over 11,800 feet above sea level, Potala functions not only as a palace, but also as a religious center housing thousands of statues, scriptures, and ancient relics. The fortress walls are built of stone, over 10 feet thick and whitewashed, while the rooftops and windows are painted red and gold colors, symbolizing power, wisdom, and purity. Interior chambers are adorned with hand-painted murals, relief carvings, and butter lamps, reflecting deep cosmological and spiritual philosophies. The ascent to the palace involves hundreds of stone steps winding up the hill, guiding visitors through a journey that feels like rising from the secular to the sacred. Potala Palace is a fusion of architecture, faith, and highland terrain, far beyond any conventional religious or administrative role. The distinctiveness of the Western Qing tombs lies in their layout across a flat plain, where the mausoleums are lined along a central north-south axis, embodying Qing cosmology and hierarchical order. Unlike other imperial tombs built in mountain ranges, this site was deliberately set on gently sloping terrain to symbolize stability and peace. The entrance features stone pillars and monumental gates that lead through ceremonial bridges, ritual courtyards, spirit gates, and shrines before reaching the underground burial chambers. Golden glazed roofs, red walls, and stone guardians lining the path create an atmosphere of solemn grandeur. Each tomb follows a common structural pattern, yet reveals unique features reflecting the status and character of the emperor entombed. According to legend, On moonless nights, the sound of horses is said to echo softly on the stone paths, a sign believed to be the returning spirits of the imperial family. The Western Qing tombs serve not only as resting places for the dynasty's final rulers, but also as a lasting expression of order, royal power, and late imperial aesthetics. Daming Palace Scenic Area was once the seat of supreme power under one of China's most prosperous dynasties, with a royal complex stretching over 2 miles and a rigorously planned ceremonial axis. The palace foundations are now partially reconstructed using digital archaeology and real materials, allowing visitors to grasp the vastness and original form of its architecture. Preserved platforms and stone pillar remains clearly show the classical layout principles. Main halls, ceremonial paths, court squares, and enclosing walls arranged according to order, hierarchy, and ritual. The main entrance leads straight to the central throne area, where tiered foundations rise gradually, reflecting the stratified logic of imperial rule. Interior space was designed to be grand without excess ornamentation, letting proportions and light convey authority. The surrounding area now functions as an archaeological park, with walkways, explanatory signs, and augmented reality helping to recreate palace life. Daming Palace Scenic Area is not merely a ruin, it is a space that preserves the memory of power, ritual, and legitimacy once central to history. The Temple of Heaven is striking for its mysterious acoustic effect, where sound seems to be amplified by an invisible force between earth and sky. The main structure is circular, topped with layered blue glazed tiles, and rests on a triple-tiered marble base, with every detail positioned to exact precision. Its entire layout follows the principles of yin and yang and the unity of heaven and man, turning the complex into a physical symbol of the cosmos. Today, Visitors come not only to admire the ancient architecture, but also to stand in the heart of the altar and experience its unexplained acoustic mystery. The uniqueness of the Ming tombs lies in their layout and construction, a vast imperial burial complex set within a secluded mountain basin, shaped with near-perfect feng shui and built on an unbelievable scale for its time. The area holds the tombs of 13 emperors of the Ming dynasty, carefully located with mountains behind and an underground water flow in front, forming a spiritually protective terrain. These statues of animals and officials larger than life create the surreal feeling of walking through a ritualized spiritual realm. The pathways are precisely aligned north to south, symbolizing an eternal connection between the emperor and the heavens. Much of the underground structures remain unexcavated, adding layers of mystery to what is already an underground palace built for the afterlife. This blend of symbolism, sacred geometry, and advanced construction makes the Ming tombs a sight that feels almost unreal. What makes Wuzhen truly unique is its rare, intact ancient urban layout that continues to function as a living community to this day. Its canals, streets, old houses, and inner town routes all remain in their original traditional arrangement, forming a unified structure that integrates daily life, commerce, and spiritual practice. The architecture is not only substantial, but deeply symbolic, with each detail reflecting centuries-old watertown living. Exposed brick walls, pitched tile roofs, thick wooden doors, and deep eaves for climate control. Despite transitions through various eras, the use of consistent materials has preserved its identity without compromise from modern alterations. The atmosphere is naturally quiet, not staged or imposed, sustained by the slow, cyclic pace of life that sets it apart from the outside world. Residents continue to work, cook, trade, and move through daily life using inherited practices not for display, but because they were never abandoned. Wuzhen is a cultural structure still alive, not a reconstruction of the past, but a continuity within time itself. Xitang Ancient Town is one of the most famous ancient towns in China, known for its intricate network of canals and centuries-old architecture preserved in remarkable condition. Rows of black-tiled roofs and whitewashed walls reflect on the still water, creating a scene that feels like stepping into a traditional ink painting. Over 3,000 feet of continuous covered walkways connect houses and shops, allowing visitors to stroll even during the rain. Arched stone bridges, many dating back to the Ming and Qing dynasties, serve not only as transportation, but also as symbols of community connection. The town has appeared in numerous famous films thanks to its peaceful atmosphere mixed with nostalgic charm. Visitors to Xitang can enjoy boat rides along the canals and admire the old town at night, illuminated by lanterns. Xitang is not just a tourist destination, but a living testament to the cultural and commercial life of the Jiangnan region for centuries. Mount Lu leaves a strong impression with its rugged terrain, mountaintop lakes, and ancient religious and cultural structures built at elevations over 3,000 feet. The mountain landscape features layered cliffs, deep ravines, and high waterfalls cascading hundreds of feet, maintaining a cool, misty ecosystem year-round. On the plateau-like peaks, early builders constructed stone temples, academies, and villas that overlook the clouds below. The summit area is tightly organized, with clear divisions between religious zones, residential quarters, and scholarly compounds. From the Tang dynasty to the 20th century, Mount Lu served as a retreat for scholars, monks, and statesmen who came for reflection, teaching, or ideological formation. It functions not only as a natural site, but also as a cultural and intellectual center, shaped through landscape planning and spiritual depth. Zhouzhuang Ancient Town is known as a classic canal settlement, where houses, stone bridges, and waterways are tightly interwoven in a compact urban environment shaped entirely by water. Surrounded by canals, traditional houses with whitewashed walls and black-tiled roofs sit directly on the water's edge, with carved stone gates and wooden corridors reflected in the slow-moving surface. Arch bridges connect narrow alleyways, enabling seamless movement by foot or boat without requiring large open spaces. Inside each home, the traditional three-room, two-wing layout is preserved, complete with inner courtyards, stone platforms, and water wells, showcasing a centuries-old, water-centered lifestyle. A local legend says that on misty autumn mornings, if one crosses a quiet stone bridge, the sound of a bamboo flute may drift through the air, an echo of farewells left unspoken by past generations. Zhouzhuang is more than a preserved town. It is a living example of how people built lasting communities in harmony with flowing water, maintaining original form over time. One unmissable highlight of Langzhong Ancient City is how the entire old town still follows an urban layout based on the ancient concept of harmony between man and nature, designed over 2,000 years ago. The city is enclosed within a bend of the river and surrounded by terrain shaped like a turtle shell, traditionally seen as a symbol of longevity and protection in Chinese geomancy. Stone-paved streets radiate like a fan, connecting rows of wooden houses with curved roofs and yin-yang tiles, forming an intricate network without disrupting overall spatial balance. Its urban design centers around a core axis, lined with temples, watchtowers, and ancient gates distributed according to the five elements principle. Despite the passage of centuries, most structures still retain their original materials, from hardwood frames to ancient stone foundations. Langzhong Ancient City stands not only as a historical site, but also as living evidence of how traditional societies shaped space in harmony with the natural world. The uniqueness of Lijiang Ancient Town is most visible in how the entire settlement was built alongside streams with a water channel system running through every alley and courtyard. Rather than using a rigid grid plan, its road network branches out like roots, following the curves of the terrain while maintaining tight connections between residential, commercial, and spiritual spaces. The houses are mostly wooden, with yin-yang tile roofs and decorated beams featuring the native ethnic designs, showing a deep blend of cultures in architectural details. Small stone bridges span across the clear streams, linking rows of low houses and shaping a living environment that shifts subtly with the seasons. Under the stone-paved streets, the sound of flowing water can still be heard, a distinctive feature unique to this place. Lijiang remains a living model of urban ecology shaped by natural geography, climate, and local cultural identity. The defining highlight of Tianyi Pavilion and Moon Lake is the existence of a knowledge-preserving space designed entirely through natural principles, enduring for centuries without modern technology. The old buildings were constructed using brick, stone, and wood, with thick walls, deep eaves, and hidden ventilation routes that keep the interior dry and suitable for ancient manuscripts. A crescent-shaped lake within the complex helps regulate temperature and gently reflects light, softening the atmosphere year-round. The entire area follows a closed layout composed of old buildings, stone arches, and small courtyards that together form a stable whole, untouched by time. Tianyi Pavilion and Moon Lake do not merely preserve heritage, they are a layer of living time within the present. South Lake stands out for its critical role in modern Chinese history, as the center of the lake witnessed a pivotal event that marked the beginning of a new political era. The entire area is preserved with a balanced layout between open water, small islands, and tightly planned lakeside spaces, maintaining natural scenery while clearly incorporating commemorative purpose. The lake's surface remains nearly still throughout the year, fully reflecting its surroundings and creating a profound sense of silence. Architectural elements follow traditional forms, using wood, stone, and old tiles to shape a dignified but non-imposing environment. South Lake is not just a scenic site, it is a space of remembrance, where landscape and history coexist in quiet order. The complex of the former residence of Lushun and Shen Garden is preserved as a complete cultural residential zone, where living quarters, commemorative areas, and public spaces retain their original early 20th century configuration. Traditional materials such as baked brick grey tile, dark wood and stone flooring, are consistently used to maintain visual unity and long-term durability. The interconnected houses and narrow paths form a structured network that clearly separates personal life from social interaction, reflecting classical urban design principles. Its value lies in the uninterrupted organizational structure, free from renovation and anchored in its original urban foundation. What makes Nangshan truly unique is its rare blend of traditional Chinese culture and Western aristocratic flair, all within a canal-side ancient town. Unlike many other old towns that retain rustic character, Nangshan stands out with two-story stone buildings that mix Chinese courtyard styles with European elements built by wealthy merchants with overseas ties in the 19th century. Long stone-paved corridors, arched stone bridges over calm waters, and sprawling private gardens create a refined yet hidden charm. This town was once a hub for the intellectual elite and nobility, with private libraries, study halls, and art galleries tucked deep within residential estates. Its canal system wasn't just for transport. It served as the central axis of urban planning, connecting alleys and neighborhoods through hand-rowed boats. Visitors entering Nangshan may feel disoriented, as if walking through both ancient China and a European noble quarter at the same time. The most striking feature of Zhidi and Hongkong is the astonishingly intact layout of two ancient villages built with architectural precision and philosophical intent during the Ming and Qing dynasties. Unlike other villages that evolved naturally over time, both were deliberately planned with geometric order, reflecting cosmic symbolism and feng shui theory. Hong Kong, in particular, features an underground water system shaped like a lying ox, where water flows through stone channels into every household before draining into a central pond, serving both utility and climate control. Living spaces, ritual zones, commerce, study, and art were all integrated into compact areas, demonstrating a rare total design concept in ancient rural life. Every path, channel, and structure follows a logic that feels engineered rather than grown, turning the entire village into a physical model of idealized harmony. Gulangyu Island draws visitors with its secluded setting, where architecture, music, and history coexist within an unconventional landscape. Once home to consulates and foreign settlements in the late 19th century, the island preserves hundreds of villas, churches, schools, and guild halls built in Western styles, using local materials and techniques. No motor vehicles are allowed. All movement happens on foot, along narrow slopes, stone stairs, and shaded lanes. Many buildings retain original foundations from over a century ago, including concert halls, museums, and long-standing artist residences. Gulangyu is more than a tourist spot. It is an independent cultural zone where memory and creativity live side by side in quiet harmony. With its mysterious aura, ancient Huiju reflects a flourishing period of clan-based culture shaped by Confucian values and hierarchical family systems. The entire area is carefully organized into distinct zones for residence, worship, education, and commerce, each serving a specific purpose. Large timber mansions with black tile roofs and whitewashed walls stand along narrow stone lanes connected by courtyards and covered walkways. The architecture emphasizes lineage and order, with triple gates leading into outer courtyards and interiors arranged by role and status. Homes are enclosed from the outside but gradually open inward through multiple layers of space, creating both calm and a sense of inner structure. Each detail in the layout and construction conveys refined craftsmanship and enduring cultural values passed down through generations. What makes the Yongding Tulu complex remarkable is its solid earth construction, which has lasted for centuries without steel supports or reinforced concrete. Each structure is built in circular, square, or octagonal layouts, with walls around 6 feet thick and standing 3 to 5 stories tall, made from tightly compacted clay, mixed with stones and bamboo. These buildings house entire clans of over 100 people and contain living quarters, storage rooms, assembly halls, ancestral altars, and defense features within a single enclosed structure. From the outside, they appear windowless and impenetrable, while inside they reveal an open courtyard with wooden corridors running along each floor. The construction techniques were passed down orally and refined through experience, without written blueprints or modern tools. The Tulu of Yongding reflect a unique combination of endurance, collective living, and autonomous design that challenges conventional architectural expectations. Penglai Pavilion stands at the edge of land and sea, where mirage-like phenomena known as floating towers once led people to believe it was a home of immortals. Built atop coastal cliffs over 200 feet high, The structure faces the northern sea with a commanding view. The layout includes a central hall, linked pavilions, and tiered corridors integrated with the natural rock formations. Stone floors, yin-yang roof tiles, massive timber frames, and carved railings featuring sea waves, deities, and traditional motifs define its visual language. Penglai Pavilion is not only a coastal monument, but also a convergence of myth, belief, and metaphysical thought sustained over centuries. Ming Ancient City holds a unique place in Chinese history, as the entire site was planned around structures for ritual, residence, and commemoration, highlighting the central role of Confucian ideology in traditional society. The complex follows a north-south axis, linking outer and inner spaces through ceremonial gates, courtyards, main halls, and stone corridors. The architecture features yellow glazed roofs, large red-painted wooden beams, blue stone flooring, and grey brick walls, along with solemn decorations such as plaques, couplets, and carvings. A local legend says that whenever someone with impure intentions entered through the main gate, strong winds would suddenly rise from all directions, a warning believed to come from ancestral spirits. Ming Ancient City integrates ideology, architecture, and cultural authority into a unified physical space sustained over centuries. Qingzhou Ancient City is recognized as one of the oldest urban settlements with an early developed administrative, religious, and commercial structure that has remained largely intact through the centuries. The entire city is enclosed by ancient walls, with clearly defined zones for residences, public buildings, and religious structures. Stone-paved streets and preserved archways lead through rows of wooden houses with black-tiled roofs and whitewashed walls, forming a unified historical landscape. Within the city, traditional bookstores, print shops, and centuries-old stalls still operate as part of daily life. Folk festivals and ritual events are held regularly in open courtyards, drawing participation from both locals and visitors. With its preserved infrastructure and uninterrupted cultural rhythm, Qingzhou represents a functioning historical city that still lives by its own inherited pace. The Shaolin area in the Songshan Mountains combines a disciplined monastic setting, traditional martial arts heritage, and enduring religious architecture that has been maintained over successive dynasties. Nestled among limestone slopes, the site features temples, pagodas, martial training grounds, and auxiliary halls, all arranged with spatial balance while following the natural terrain. Walls throughout the complex still show handprints and dents left by generations of martial practice, offering physical proof of spiritual and physical training combined. A long-standing legend tells that on full moon nights, footsteps can still be heard echoing across the training yard, even when no one is present, signaling that the spirit of practice remains. The site is more than a tourist destination. It is a concentrated expression of a life philosophy that fuses discipline of the body with cultivation of the mind, anchored in a sacred forested mountain setting. The central structure of Yellow Crane Tower Park is a cultural icon that has been rebuilt and reimagined over centuries, maintaining its classical form typical of central Chinese architecture. Standing nearly 170 feet tall with 5 stories, the tower features stacked roofs with upward curving eaves, supported by large timber beams and decorated with motifs of cranes, swirling clouds, and flowing water, symbols of longevity and transcendence. From the upper levels, visitors can view the winding river below, an image long reflected in traditional poetry as a metaphor for separation and remembrance. A popular legend tells of a sage who once stopped at this site while riding a golden crane. After his departure, the crane was said to circle the tower for days, leaving behind a mystical imprint on local memory. Today, the imagery of the tower and crane lives on in urban symbols and contemporary art, connecting tangible architecture with the spiritual and poetic legacy of the region. Wudang Mountain is a rare example of a unified sacred landscape where Taoist philosophy is expressed through natural topography, spatial planning, and construction techniques. Temples, halls, and ancient corridors are built along steep mountain slopes, conforming to the land's natural contours without disrupting its form. Materials such as green stone, glazed roof tiles, and large timber frames are used, adorned with motifs of clouds, cranes, and spiritual creatures symbolizing transcendence and longevity. Stone stairways stretch across elevation levels, guiding visitors from the lower world toward higher spiritual realms. Many structures stand on precarious cliffs that challenge even modern engineering, demonstrating advanced architectural knowledge of their time. A traditional story tells of a night when clouds covered the summit, yet light from the highest temple shone clearly through the mist, a sign believed to reflect divine resonance. Wudang is not merely a sacred mountain. It is a manifestation of philosophy, faith, and ancient craftsmanship fused into a continuous interplay between nature and built form. Nanyue Hengshan impresses with its sacred terrain, chosen as a site for imperial heaven worship ceremonies, where mountains, mist, and ancient architecture converge within a divinely oriented structure. The area is organized along a north-facing axis, with the main route ascending from the foot to the summit, lined with temples, stone steles, and ritual steps arranged in ceremonial order. The architecture is both grand and symbolic, with gateways, curved roofs, and inscribed stone columns reflecting the intersection of royal authority and folk belief. All materials are suited to the mountain environment: pressure-resistant stone, moisture-resistant timber, and heavy tiles to stabilize structures against strong winds. Each building cluster includes open courtyards and stone walls, clearly separating sacred areas from everyday life. During periods of heavy mist, stairways and rooftops disappear into the white cloud cover, making the structures seem suspended in the air. Nanyue Hengshan is not merely a pilgrimage destination. It is a spatial system of spiritual and political function, precisely planned and preserved across centuries. Sun Yat-sen's hometown scenic area is a memorial complex structured around an original residential space and modern exhibition facilities, designed to reflect the evolution of ideas within a historical context. The central residence is built using traditional materials such as rammed earth, tiled roofs, timber framing, and a brick-paved courtyard, maintaining the layout typical of scholarly households in the late 19th century. Surrounding this are broad brick walkways, native trees, and functional zones, including exhibition halls, a library, an educational center, and a commemorative square. Each structure follows a ceremonial axis with balanced proportions and seamless spatial transitions between core and peripheral areas. Exhibition spaces use soft lighting, bilingual information, and original artifacts arranged chronologically to invite intuitive engagement with history. Natural soundscapes are preserved throughout the site, offering a setting of quiet reflection. A local legend says that on the morning of the spring equinox, the bricks in the main courtyard emit an even glow without casting shadows, interpreted as a sign of clarity and new beginnings. Sun Yat-sen's hometown scenic area serves not only as a place of preservation, but also as a space where individual life and national thought intersect through form and memory. Fenghuang Ancient City feels like a riverside memory carved into space, where each wooden stilt house rises tightly along the water, as if grown from the river itself. The town flows down from the hillside in winding stone paths and small stairways, linking everyday life, trade, and belief into one continuous structure. Dark wooden homes with tiled roofs and carved railings all face the water, anchoring life to the current. In the morning, mist drifts across alleys. At night, lantern light reflects on the still surface, suspending the whole city between reality and dream. The sound of paddles tapping, footsteps on wet stone, and faint kitchen smoke in the air give the scene a quiet pulse. A local legend tells of a golden streak that crosses the river at dawn during long rains, believed to be a protective spirit of the water. Fenghuang is more than a preserved relic. It is a living realm, where time, people, and the river move together in a rhythm both real and unreal. Kaiping Diaolu Cultural Tourism Area contains hundreds of fortified tower dwellings scattered across open farmland, forming a distinctive architectural environment separate from traditional residential patterns. Each structure stands between 3 and 9 stories, built with reinforced concrete walls, arched windows, brick balconies, and elevated rooftops, combining foreign stylistic elements with locally developed techniques. These towers were originally constructed to serve both as residential quarters and defensive strongholds for extended families. Interiors feature narrow stairways, enclosed chambers, and uppermost watch levels positioned for strategic visibility. Each building displays unique traits in its form and decoration, suggesting a high degree of personal expression in domestic design. Stone walkways connect the buildings to nearby ponds, wells, and cultivated plots, preserving visible traces of long-standing agricultural use. A local legend tells of faint lights seen moving through the upper floors on foggy nights, believed to be the spirits of former residents returning to their ancestral homes. This area reflects not only innovation in construction, but also the deep social desire to protect heritage, strengthen local identity, and engage with the wider world under specific historical conditions. Nanshan is a cultural complex designed based on classical spatial principles, where architecture, plazas, and internal pathways are organized around spiritual axes and Eastern philosophical symbols. The area is divided into specialized zones, each with a defined function, planned as enclosed units with height layering and alignment of airflow, sunlight, and water. The architecture is both grand and symbolic, featuring interwoven high and low volumes built with traditional materials like carved stone, lacquered wood, glazed tiles, and green stone flooring for durability. Every element follows principles of compositional balance, symmetry in layout, proportional stability, light rhythm control, and natural ventilation between structures. The site's operation is based on a fixed routing system that channels visitor flow to prevent interference between living, ritual, and sightseeing functions. Nanshan is not merely a sightseeing spot. It is a cultural reference system expressed through organized and rigorously maintained physical structures. Hidden within dense forests and drifting mist, Qingcheng Mountain reveals its Taoist structures built in harmony with the folds and breathing rhythm of the landscape. Rather than following a central axis, buildings are scattered across varying elevations, connected by winding stone paths, curved roof gates, and wooden corridors nestled among old trees. Each hall and tower embeds symbolic elements such as the yin-yang circle, the 8 trigrams, and principles of the 5 elements, not through inscription, but through spatial form, color, and height. The atmosphere remains still, broken only by distant chimes and the soft flow of mountain streams, inviting silent reflection. Moist air encourages moss to cover stone walls, making the entire setting feel like a sentient entity holding ancient memory. Locals say that during early spring rains, a veil of mist occasionally clings to the uppermost rooftops, within which faint, candle-like lights appear, believed to be a sign of spiritual presence. Qingcheng Mountain is not arranged for display or grandeur, but functions as a living structure joined to nature and in a journey where each step ascends toward a deeper layer of perception. The Lashan Giant Buddha is the largest surviving open-air stone sculpture, carved directly into a red sandstone cliff with a height surpassing all ancient statues of its era. The surrounding area functions as a historical pilgrimage system, with stone stairways, monastic caves, and corridors ascending toward the sacred core, reflecting a sequential spiritual access structure. Its internal drainage system is a remarkable construction feature, consisting of dozens of hidden channels within the statue that have prevented erosion for over 1,000 years. Auxiliary structures maintain their original forms, using natural wood, grey tile roofs, and unpolished stone floors to preserve the contemplative atmosphere around the main figure. Preservation follows a no-surface interference policy, retaining the natural stone exterior, including its historically meaningful weathering marks. Visitor movement is confined to designated pathways, avoiding direct contact and regulating flow to protect the integrity of the rock face. The Lashan giant Buddha is not merely a colossal statue, it is a spiritual structure with coordinated architecture, engineering, and management, preserved almost entirely in its original form across millennia. Mount Imei captivates visitors through the ever-present mist that envelops its architecture and natural scenery in shifting layers. The environment transforms with elevation, from dense bamboo forests along the mid-slopes to thick clouds near the summit, making the journey feel like passing through overlapping realms. Religious structures are not arranged along a visible axis. They hide beneath moss-covered rooftops, cling to cliff sides, or rest deep within narrow paths barely wide enough for one person. Each hall is carefully placed in harmony with landform and airflow, chosen for its spiritual resonance with the surrounding environment. Most buildings are constructed with mountain stone and aged wood, left in a raw, unadorned form that preserves their ancient atmosphere. Locals continue to share a story about a strange, stormy night when lightning flashed across a clear sky, followed by a glowing white ring surrounding a figure on the summit, and 3 bell chimes that faded into the mist. To many, it was not merely a weather event, but a spiritual imprint, turning each visit into an experience that blends space, faith, and the unseen. Chongsheng Temple 3 Pagodas features 3 towering stone structures standing in open space, making it the only religious complex in China to preserve a 3-pagoda formation intact for over a millennium, without modern reconstruction. The central pagoda towers above the others, built from solid brick with a square tapering form that ensures stability and represents the axis connecting the human and spiritual realms. The 2 side pagodas are positioned diagonally to form a perfect isosceles triangle, balancing gravitational load and symbolizing the yin-yang harmony of the cosmos. The surrounding space is intentionally kept empty, turning the 3 pagodas into the sole visual focal point, seemingly removed from time and the human world. Carved reliefs and decorative motifs on the towers represent reincarnation cycles and link to ancient meditation rituals, distinct from the dominant styles of central Buddhist centers. Chongsheng Temple, 3 Pagodas, is not a static monument. It is a symbolic religious mechanism encoded in geometry, gravity, and timelessness. What makes Pudakuo Shangri-La Scenic Area truly distinctive is its combination of extreme altitude and a near-pristine ecosystem, forming a landscape where each step reveals a different realm. Situated above 9,800 feet, the region features moss-covered ancient forests, alpine lakes nestled in valleys, and marshy meadows that leave no trace behind. Wooden pathways are carefully placed to allow access deep into the core zones without disturbing the fragile environment. In early mornings, mist covers the lakes, and silence dominates, making some believe this is a gateway to the tranquil edge of heaven and earth. The area is home to rare species, from delicate plants clinging to rocks to elusive birds that appear only for brief windows each year. Pudakuo is not simply a scenic area, it is a realm of mind and spirit, where nature, legend, and human experience converge. The most distinctive feature of Tashil Hunpo Monastery is how its structures wrap along the mountainside, forming a religious complex that integrates seamlessly with the plateau terrain. Its deep red walls and gilded rooftops stand out against the grey stone, guiding visitors into sacred halls, stupa towers, and enclosed corridors that echo with centuries of history. A seated bronze Buddha, over 65 feet tall, remains solemn in the main sanctuary, surrounded by hundreds of hand-painted murals depicting reincarnation and cosmic order. Inside, the sound of chanting, soft bells, and the scent of butter lamps create a deeply spiritual atmosphere. Stone pathways encircle the monastery, leading pilgrims clockwise past spinning prayer wheels and fluttering flags, ensuring a continuous cycle of devotion. Tashilhunpo is not only a major religious center, but also a lasting symbol of Tibetan architecture, belief, and cultural legacy. What makes Huaqing Pool unique is the integration of natural hot springs with ancient palace architecture, arranged along a ceremonial axis that reflects royal cosmology and imperial authority. Built against the slope of a mountain, the halls connect through wooden corridors, stone-paved courtyards, and curved tile roofs, blending natural and man-made spaces. The bathing pools are carved from solid stone, channeling geothermal water through intricately carved stone pipes, many parts of which still function today. Ancient walls retain stone inscriptions from various dynasties, preserving poems, thoughts, and records from those who came here for healing, rest, or ritual. On cold days, steam rises quietly from the surface of the pool, drifting between the rooftops and creating a serene, almost ethereal setting. Huaqing Pool stands not merely as a thermal retreat, but as a vivid intersection of architecture, politics, and imperial life. Giant Wild Goose, Pagoda and Tang Paradise Scenic Area makes a powerful impression with its rare combination of original religious value and exquisitely recreated royal cultural space. At the center stands a 7-story brick pagoda built in the 7th century, which once stored ancient Buddhist scriptures and marked the spread of Buddhism from west to east. Its architecture is simple yet solid, with each level reflecting symbolic depth and guiding inner reflection. Surrounding the tower is Tang Paradise, a park planned in the style of a Tang dynasty capital, with lakes, stone bridges, moon-viewing towers, and court music performances restored to imperial precision. Visitors do more than observe. They step into a vibrant atmosphere of ancient culture, where solemn music, ceremonial garments, and deliberate rituals complete the experience. Giant Wild Goose, Pagoda and Tang Paradise Scenic Area is not just a destination, but a place to experience the convergence of faith, art, and royal heritage. Originally built as a summer retreat for emperors, the Chengdi Mountain Resort combines imperial architecture with serene mountain landscapes, offering a setting both majestic and peaceful. Set on hilly terrain around 2,800 feet high, the vast complex includes palaces, lakes, man-made islets, and scenic gardens modeled after historic landscapes. Surrounding the resort is a group of temples scattered along the mountain slopes, known for red walls, curved roofs, and intricately carved Buddhist towers. One unusual tale tells of an autumn night when the emperor saw a glowing light circle the lake and reflect the image of a dragon, an omen later recorded in royal archives. Each temple blends not only religious function, but also cultural fusion, with designs reflecting Manchu, Han, and Tibetan influences. In autumn, maple leaves turn brilliant red and gold, dressing the entire mountain in a brocade-like glow against the backdrop of regal ruins. With its rich imperial history, spiritual depth, and seasonal beauty, the Chengdi Mountain Resort remains a masterpiece of cultural and natural harmony. One highlight of the Zhongshan Scenic Area is the seamless integration of commemorative architecture within the sloping terrain of southern Mount Zijin. The mausoleum follows a central axis rising gradually, with a flight of stone steps, ceremonial courtyards, arched gates, and a main hall designed in a serene and dignified style. Blue stone and grey-green bricks are used throughout the structure, evoking solemnity while reflecting the modest and upright character of the figure buried here. Ancient pines line the central path symmetrically, guiding visitors up the hill, while the surrounding forests maintain the site's fresh and peaceful climate. The main gate features traditional curved roofs and delicately carved reliefs, leading into a memorial chamber that is minimal yet profound. A local story tells of two white doves that once appeared and rested by the entrance during a national holiday, believed to be signs of peace and collective remembrance. This site stands not only as a symbolic resting place, but also as a historic landscape shaped by national ideals and the pursuit of reform. The uniqueness of the Eastern Qing tombs is most evident in their grand layout and architectural design, stretching across a sheltered valley surrounded by mountains in accordance with traditional feng shui principles. This site serves as the resting place for multiple emperors, empresses, and consorts of the Qing dynasty, with each tomb arranged along a complete ceremonial axis spirit path, worship courtyards, halls, and underground chambers. Structures are adorned with yellow glazed roofs, red walls, intricately carved stone statues, and inscribed steles recording imperial merit. The main burial chambers lie deep underground, reinforced with massive stone blocks and equipped with drainage systems to withstand erosion. A legend tells of a herd of white deer that appeared on the hillside when the first tomb was planned, interpreted as a heavenly sign to consecrate the site as sacred imperial ground. Set quietly among ancient pine forests, the complex evokes a solemn, enduring atmosphere that reflects the link between royal eternity and natural law. The Eastern Qing tombs are not only the largest burial site of the dynasty, but also a cultural testament to imperial architecture and statecraft philosophy. The Fuzimiao Qinhuai Scenic Belt is a rare fusion of Confucian scholarship and ancient riverside scenery. Established in the 11th century, this area served not only as a hub of education and rituals, but also as a center for culture, trade, and art for hundreds of years. Stretching miles along the river, it features temples, roofed bridges, corridors, and heritage houses arranged into a dynamic and interconnected landscape. At its heart lies the Confucius Temple, constructed with strict symmetry and still preserving ancient stone tablets, calligraphy, and statues. Archaeologically, the site provides key insight into ancient urban life, classical Chinese city planning, and the role of Confucianism in traditional society. Legend has it the winding river here could speak, as drifting lanterns once bore poems etched by scholars and travelers, sharing their thoughts with the night. Despite its rich cultural setting, the area is often overlooked because it is not associated with royal heritage, leaving many unaware of its historical depth and significance. What makes Yuan Tuzhou truly special is its peninsula-like form, resembling a turtle's head, jutting gently into the vast freshwater lake and embracing a serene, natural setting. The area is blanketed in cherry blossom groves that bloom each spring, transforming the slopes into a vibrant sea of color. Stone paths curve with the landscape, leading visitors past classical pavilions, arched bridges, and open corridors, all offering shifting views of the lake, mountains, and rustling trees. A notable feature is the historic boat dock, where rituals were once held, such as lantern floating ceremonies to pray for harvests and peace. Local legend tells of a centenarian turtle that once lived here, surfacing and making strange sounds to warn of approaching natural disasters. At sunset, light reflects through branches and over the lake, casting a calm stillness across the entire scene. Yuan Tuzhou is not only a scenic spot of poetic beauty, but also a cultural site rooted in lakeside traditions and communal memory. The uniqueness of the Grand Buddha at Lingshan lies in its monumental scale and the harmonious layout of its spiritual structures nestled at the mountain's base. The bronze statue of Sakyamuni Buddha rises over 260 feet high, standing atop a giant lotus pedestal with one hand raised in a gesture of compassion and wisdom. Visitors pass through a musical plaza featuring a dramatic fountain show reenacting the Buddha's birth, complete with coordinated lights, water, and ritual music. Stone steps inscribed with Buddhist scriptures and symbols lead gradually up to the statue, guiding pilgrims in both movement and reflection. Nearby, the Five Blessings Palace showcases curved roofs, lacquered carvings, and wooden corridors, housing scriptures and ceremonial relics. A local legend tells that on the day the statue was completed, dark clouds parted suddenly and sunlight illuminated the Buddha's face, a sign believed to reveal the presence of Dharma. With its blend of natural setting, sacred art, echoing bells, and incense-laden air, the site offers not just a cultural visit, but a profound spiritual experience. Haishan Town Ancestral Hall impresses through its solemn space stretched along a sacred axis where hundreds of ancestral halls were built over centuries. It does not sit in a grand palace or hide in the mountains. It stands amid everyday life, yet carries cultural weight as steady as stone. The architecture does not follow a single model, but forms a communal layout. Each clan has its own area, with a main hall, side rooms, ritual courtyards, and unique symbols. Curved mossy roofs, polished dark wooden columns, and walls carved with ancient sayings make visitors feel not like they're visiting a relic, but stepping into a living memory system. A distinct feature is the sound not loud, but echoing with wind in corridors and footsteps on stone, evoking the presence of generations past. Each ancestral hall touches on themes of honor, lineage, identity, and the desire to carry forward. Haishan Town Ancestral Hall is not just a memorial, it is a form of collective memory, carved in space, aged wood, and sacred silence. The most outstanding feature of the classical gardens of Suzhou is their garden architecture, elevated into a life philosophy where every tile, rock, and stream carries deep symbolic meaning. The gardens are not laid out in fixed symmetry, but follow the principle of graceful flow. Everything appears natural, yet is carefully planned. Small houses with black tile roofs, pure white walls, and winding wooden corridors follow the terrain, guiding the eye while offering a sense of ease. A central pond reflects the sky and trees, while rockeries are arranged to look lifelike, with graceful and vivid forms. This space is not only to look at, but to hear water, feel the breeze, and sense the calm hidden in gentle movement. Classical gardens of Suzhou are places where architecture is not just observed, but fully experienced with every sense. Tongli ancient town has a history of over 1,000 years and is known for its dense network of canals and old stone bridges connecting residential areas. The entire town is like a small island, surrounded by water, with more than 40 stone bridges, forming a rare water-based transportation system among ancient towns. Houses are built right on the water's edge, with the front facing the street and the back leading to a boat dock, showing a long-standing lifestyle centered on waterways. Many buildings still keep traditional designs with white walls, curved tile roofs, and finely carved wooden doors. Archaeological finds include ceramics, handmade tools, and old documents, proving that the town once hosted many scholars and skilled craftsmen. A legend says that if a newlywed couple walks over a certain bridge under the moonlight, they will stay happy forever. Despite its cultural value, Tongli remains little known because it lies off popular travel routes and lacks foreign language materials.